Holly's my wife, by the way. My beautiful wife. And I love Holly.
Can I call you Gerard, or is it Gerard, like the French way of saying it, or how do you do it?
Oh,
Gerard?
Yeah, Jerry is actually better. It's Gerard, but in Scotland we say Gerard, right? So it's done very quickly. But in America, Gerard, exactly.
Gerard.
And but
sounds angry.
But it is angry. We're angry people.
There was a lot of love on that set, a lot of kind of craziness, but in the sweetest way. You know, there was a lot of kind of like weird but big-hearted people there, and including me.
In America, especially if they're asking a question, they go, "So Gerard," and for me, it's like it's done. 1/10 of a second, it should be over. You know, like yes, come on, half the interview's done, and we're still on Gerard.
And it was lovely to go from a movie like 300, playing Leonidas, into something that you couldn't get more different. And Jerry Kennedy, you know, this Irish fella. Hey, how are you? That's Jerry Kennedy. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, in Scottish, Gerard.
Gerard.
Gerard. Hey, Gerard.
Gerard.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So now you know how to say my name, but let's stick to Jerry.
Like you're not sure what the guy's name is.
Basically, yeah.
Hey, nice to meet you, Gerard.
Gerard.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's one of the reasons why the movie was so successful, because it became everybody's story in accordance with what they had gone through in their lives.
Could you teach me a Scottish word or a Scottish phrase, something like that, that would be useful for me to whip out?
Yeah, so, I can wait by your head. I wait by your head, which basically...
A wee barnyard heat?
A wee and bile your head. Bile your head.
A wee and bile your heat.
That's very good. That's very good. And that means, pretty much like it sounds actually, is go away and boil your head. It means you're talking nonsense.
As an actor, even if you're nice and you have a big heart and you still go into a movie and you're thinking about yourself. How am I going to do? Am I going to, you know, and how do I kind of protect this role? And I said, I'm so going to do the opposite of that here. I want to go in and just think about Hillary.
This is me since yesterday.
This is me since yesterday,
yeah. Which kind of means, like I've been in this same, like I'm still in this same mood, you know. So if you're like angry, or even it could be clothes, it could be emotion or clothes, but you go, this is me since yesterday.
Oh, so meaning like I've just been in this kind of bad
I've been in this,
I'm in a funk.
yeah.
I'm in a funk.
Yeah, you look terrible. You know, you go, this is me since yesterday. No, you don't look terrible. You look amazing.
I had such a great time in that movie because I didn't think about me all the time. I didn't, you know, I was really like always kind of checking, are you good? Are you good? Are you good? And it was a very interesting exercise, which as I'm saying this now, I go, I haven't done it enough since I'm back to me. No.
You look good. You don't look this good. This you don't look this good, but you look pretty good.
How do you know?
What?
How do you know?
Okay, well, let's prove it right now. Why don't you show them? You want to show? There's one way to prove it.
I have no need to prove myself.
You go first.
But I didn't even realize what an impact that movie would have. You know, even today, and I meet people that are like, "Oh my God, P.S. I love you," all of this, and they all tell you the story of what it meant to them.
How much of this you still got going on? How much has it got going on? How much of that? Give me point to the parts that still exist.
No, you're right. Not
the
much.
Head. Still have the head. Still have the head.
Napkin, Nick.
Napkin.
Oh, excuse me, waiter. You might want to put 30% down for yourself, my man.
It's mostly makeup, though. This is mostly makeup,
No,
right?
it is not.
It's all prosthetics. My
Give
makeup
me a
team could
break.
make me look like this in half an hour.
And this guy approached me and said, "By the way, you're maybe going to do a movie that I wrote." And this movie was called Edwin A. Salt. It later became Salt. It's such a great Hollywood story. It was a guy, then it changed, and suddenly it was Angelina Jolie. But at that point, I was in talks to make that movie.
How long were you a lawyer?
Well, it depends what you mean by a lawyer. You know, how long was I?
Practicing law.
Practicing law. So I studied law for 5 years, and then I trained as a lawyer for 2 years. So I was a trainee.
7 years.
So
that is a biblical length of time.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Wait, you wrote Edwin A. Salt? Oh my God, I love that movie. What else have you got? He said, I wrote this other movie called Law Abiding Citizen. Get it to me. Let me see it.
They were the last big firm to interview, and I missed my interview because it was my last exam, and I got completely drunk, and I woke up, missed the interview.
You finished your exam, and to celebrate, you went and got pissed.
I went and got pissed, missed this big interview, and then I thought I'll just tell my mum that I went in, I didn't get it. So I called him to say, I'm so sorry I missed it. He said, no, you can still make it, get on the train. So I have to get on the train, and I go there, and I'm so hungover, and I ended up getting the job. Like 3 of us got the job out of like 175 people or something.
But I loved the making of it, and I loved taking on that character. I was very surprised by how people tapped into the idea of vengeance if somebody hurts your family. And if you're not served justice by the law.
And I ended up becoming, I'm very proud of this, the first trainee lawyer ever in the history of the Scottish legal system to be fired before he qualified. And because I thank you.
How did you manage that?
Well, it wasn't just a one-off thing. It took a lot of work.
Oh, you're like a guy who's trying to get his girlfriend to break up with him.
Yes.
So he's a jerk for about 6 months.
That's exactly what it was.